Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's Rabbi Michael Shields, Associate Rabbi here at Temple Sinai. Welcome to another episode of the Haftarah Drop, a weekly kind of gloss on the Haftarah for the week, to pair, of course, with Rabbi Reitz's Torah gloss for the week. This week's Haftarah comes from the prophet Jeremiah, and there's a wow factor here. This is one of the Haftarot that feels quite modern. It's very raw, it's honest, it's emotional. It's also hopeful. It speaks to what it means to truly trust, to break unhealthy cycles, and to remember who we are when the world around us feels unstable. And that's this week why I resonated with it, is that there is a lot of instability around us, and Jeremiah speaks to that, and it's so important to hear those voices from our tradition. And in this Haftarah, Jeremiah sounds exhausted. He looks at a society that's really lost its moral center, and he sees people placing trust in power and in wealth and in idols and politics, in status and human strength, instead of something deeper, a spiritual grounding perhaps. And in this Haftarah, Jeremiah cries out, "Cursed is the one who trusts in mere flesh. Blessed is the one who trusts in Adonai." That is the heartbeat of this Haftarah. Not naive optimism, not pretending that everything is fine, but asking, what is it that truly anchors us, that roots us? And Jeremiah gives us what I think is one of the most beautiful metaphors in all of the Bible, all of Scripture. They shall be like a tree planted by water. This is a tree whose roots stretch towards a source deeper than circumstance. Deep roots survive dry seasons, and we should appreciate that here in Colorado. Jeremiah knows drought will come, that hardship will come, that fear comes. The question is not whether life gets difficult. The question that Jeremiah poses is, where are your roots? And honestly, Jewish history knows something about surviving the dry seasons. Empires rose and fell. We wandered, we rebuilt, we mourned. And in the midst of all of this, we sang anyway. We still found a way to embrace Jewish joy. The rabbis in Pirkei Avot, there's the expression, Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, you're not obligated to finish the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. This feels very Jeremiah. Faith is not about certainty. Faith is about rootedness. Spiritual depth is not built in the storm, it's simply revealed by the storm. In the Haftarah, Jeremiah, a little bit later on, pivots more inward. And he becomes deeply personal. He says, "Heal me, Adonai, and I shall be healed." It's almost whispered. You could imagine him whispering it in this vulnerable place. And after all the prophetic fire and critique, Jeremiah reminds us that prophets are people too. They get tired. They ache. And I think that matters. Sometimes we have in our head that Jewish strength, or the people even we look to for strength, means that they never struggle, that they show this mountain of strength. But our tradition teaches something else, something holier, that true strength can mean telling the truth about our own pain while still reaching toward healing. And this is especially true this time of year. We continue counting the Omer. We're in a season of spiritual refinement day by day. The mystics taught that each week invites us to examine our inner selves, our inner lives, our habits, our hearts, our emotional worlds. Jeremiah's question becomes our question. What are we rooted in? Are we rooted in fear, or are we rooted in purpose? In reaction or in wisdom, in cynicism or covenant? And maybe the most profound line in the whole Haftarah is this: Adonai is the hope of Israel. Not just gives hope, God is hope. And hope is not escapism. Hope is a spiritual practice, a Jewish responsibility. A rooted soul can still bend without breaking. And so this is my prayer for this Haftarah, this time of counting the Omer. May we be like Jeremiah's tree, grounded in Torah, grounded in community, grounded in compassion, grounded deeply enough that even in difficult seasons, we continue to grow toward life. Shabbat Shalom.